Hi, it's Liane from South Lanarkshire Council, and today we're going to be making slipper boots from fleece fabric. So the next step is going to be to take the front panel and one of the slipper boot toe panels. These are both facing right side up. So what I'm going to do is turn the top of the boot front panel towards me. That's got the two little notches here. And then I'm gonna take the toe panel, this is the right side fabric, and I'm gonna line that up with the top of the boot panel. So it's the bottom of the boot panel. So I'm gonna line up the toe panel with this notch in the middle and pin or clip the edges together. Okay, so the toe panel's face down, and the next thing I'm going to do is sew this seam. So I'm going to use a 1.5 centimetre seam allowance. I'm using a dark thread so it'll be visible. Reversing at the start. As you get towards the middle of the notch, just check that there's not going to be any little ridges in the seam when you sew it together. So just take the time to just smooth this down and make sure it's looking quite flat at the point where it's going to be sewn. Just reverse at the end, and that's the seam sewn together. So that's the front of the boot toe panel and attached together. So once the front panel and the toe panel are joined together, the next bit is we're going to take the back panel, and so that's the right side facing down. I'm going to lay that on top of the front panel. So I'm taking one side and I'm going to just start clipping that seam together. When you come to the point that you've got your join of the toe panel, just make sure that sits nice and flat so it's not bulky. And have that clipped down. So I've got one here, I've got both sides clipped. So next thing we're going to do is sew again 1.5 centimetre seam allowance down both sides. So then that is the main part of the boot made, and we're just ready to put on the sole panel. The next thing I'm going to do is just add some notches to this curve. So I'm going to hold the seam allowances together, and I'm just going to snip some triangles every couple of centimetres. And this will make the seam just stretch a little bit more smoothly over the foot where it's going to curve, and means there'll be no wrinkles on the fabric. So that's the notches cut out. So once you've got the boot part made, you're going to do this another time for the second foot and twice more for the lining. So we'll end up with 4 pieces like this, and then we'll be ready to put the boots together. So I hope you've enjoyed making this project and that the Oslipper boots have been successful, and thank you for taking the time to do this project. Bye.